Hello, and welcome to today's algebra lesson. This is the second of 3 videos dealing with calculating slope and what slope means. In this second lesson, we're going to talk about how to use slope to show that lines are parallel, or how to tell if two lines are parallel by their slope. And here's the basic ideas. If two non-vertical lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. They say non-vertical because vertical lines are all perpendicular to each other. Any line that goes straight up and down is perpendicular to any other line that goes straight up and down. Parallel to any line that goes straight up and down. But these lines don't have a slope, so technically math people can't say these have no slope. But basically, if two lines have no slope, they are parallel to each other. But for lines that do have a slope, if the slopes are the same, they are parallel to each other. Or if two lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. And here's this third special case in a vertical line. If two slopes are undefined, then those two lines are parallel also. That's all that means. So if I want to show that a line passing through the point 4, 2 and the point 6, 6 is parallel to a line passing through the point 0, negative 2 and 1, 0, the way I do that is I calculate the slope between the first 2 points for that line and the slope of the other line, and I see if I get the same answer. If I do, then they are parallel. So here I calculate the slope between the point 4, 2 and 6, 6. y2 is 6, y1 is 2, so I do 6 minus 2. x2 is 6, x1 is 4, so I do 6 minus 4. The top becomes 4, the bottom becomes 2, that reduces to a 2. So I know the slope of this line that goes through these 2 points. So you could, what I mean by that is you have the point 4, 2 and the point 6, 6, and you have some line that passes through them. You just found the slope of that line using these 2 points. That's what you just did. And I got a 2. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other line, these other 2 points, and see if I also get a 2. If I do, they are parallel, and if I don't, they are not. So you have to calculate the slopes and then draw your conclusion. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. I do y2 minus y1. Be careful of your signs. 0 minus a negative 2 is not the same as 0 minus 2. I end up doing 0 plus a positive 2 and I get a 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. And I do get 2. So these slopes are equal. So the lines are parallel. If you drew these 2 points and drew a line through them and drew the first 2 points and drew a line through them, you would see they will never touch. They go on forever in a parallel direction like railroad tracks. So that's really all there is to it, is you just are seriously calculating the slope. Now, if I had gotten a different number than 2 here, I would have said the lines are not parallel. That's all. If you're just asked if 2 lines are parallel, you are finding the slope, and if they give you just 2 sets of points, say these points are on your line, you find the slope between those 2 points, and then you compare them. If they're the same, they're parallel. If they're not the same, they are not parallel. Don't think any harder than that. Just be careful with your arithmetic and the slope calculations. All right, in our next lesson, we're going to do perpendicular lines. It's a little more complicated, but it's still a matter of calculating slopes and doing something with them to draw a conclusion. All right, see you next time.